Well, Chris, final training session before pre-season begins. Should have had one today, but it fell through. So it's been an interesting pre-season. Players have come, players have moved on. Of those that have moved on, who do you think are the important ones that the club will miss the most?
We miss them all. Every single player played their part last season, and that goes without saying. Obviously, Rushy being captain's moved on. We kind of had a discussion at the end of last season. He felt that he needed a new challenge. I didn't disagree. Probably best for him to move on, and he goes with our best wishes. Been fantastic for us. Hugo's moved on, decided to move on as well. He's moved house. Quite far away, which made it a bit difficult for him to be getting in Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. And then he just decided that it was best for him to move on. And he's dropped down to step 4. So we wish him well. Obviously, we got the likes of Lewis Coles decided to move on as well. I know the travelling was getting a bit too much for him. He's got his own business, so I think he's said to me he's going to look to play step 4, and then we got Kane's decided to chances arm abroad. Kane Adom done well for us last season, scored a few goals. Keanu Robinson wants to try his luck, and Jacob Gardner-Smith both want to try their luck a step higher, and gone on trial at places. So all of them boys, we wish them well. They served the club well last season, and it's all about this season now and the new boys.
And there's been quite a few new boys in there. I mean, I've even recognised a few of them from the past. But of the players you've got, all of them are going to play a massive role in this coming season. And, there's a few names out there that even, many of the supporters will definitely recognise.
Yeah. Definitely been over the moon with the signings that we've been able to make. Been really working hard over pre-season, as any manager would. Trying to recruit the players. We identified with a staff meeting at the end of last season, identified players that we'd need to get in to improve us, and we've gone out and got them. Some of the players that we signed have been brilliant signings for us, and real eye openers for people around us, and seeing the signings that we've been able to make.
Starting right at the very back, you mentioned the fact that Hugo's decided to move on, but the replacement you brought in, George Legg, tons of experience, and he's only in his mid-20s.
Yeah, great signing for us. He's been brilliant as well since he's come in for training. Been really, really impressed with George. So really, really looking forward to seeing him play for us this season.
And also there's additions in midfield, additions up front, and additions in the centre of defence. There's just basically the whole spine of the team has changed from what it was last season, but it's stronger.
Yeah, absolutely stronger. It was something that I felt I needed to do. As soon as the season finished last season, I jumped on it because I knew that we needed to make it to be stronger, especially down the middle. We gone out and we signed the likes of Bernie Tanner, Matt Hall at the back. Fantastic additions to the back line for us. A bit of balance with Bernie being left-footed, and then Ryan Kerwin's come in, a left-sided defender. So they're really good signings for us. And then we've been able to bring the likes of Joe Jackson, who I watched at Uxbridge last season, was impressed. Fabio Sol, who's been brilliant in training. He's someone that really impressed me last season. Jack McKnight, lots of experience from levels above. He's come in. We've signed some real good quality in there. And then we've got your Herson Alves, 20 goals in the last season. Caused us real problems last season. And whenever I watched Met Police, he was the standout player for them. So we've managed to get Herson in as well. And then obviously, but we've still kept some of the players from last season. Your Callum Duffys, your Dwayne Duncans, your Dan Carrs, your Callum Woodcocks, your Jack Hutchinsons, people like Abs is, we've kept hold of Abs as well. All these players staying with us, and then we go up top, and we've kept Tom McElroy. We've had a real good end to last season. Before it was curtailed by injury. Quakes has looked sharp since he's come back in training, although he's picked up a little niggle now. And Sam Evans, big striker for us. Tried to get him last season, wasn't able to. Lots of interest in him this season, and we've managed to get him over the line, and he looks a real good quality striker.
Looking at the pre-season programme of matches, I mean, 3 quality home games for the supporters to enjoy, but not forgetting the trips away. Next week, a game up at Brunel that should be a good test for both sides, and hopefully it can be one that the supporters can cast their eye over.
Yeah. Everyone will get minutes next season. We've got a few trialists in as well. Some of the trialists look good. Isaac Oliver Femi's back as well. He's away at the moment, so he should be back. I'm pretty certain he's back for that friendly. So he had a great season for us last season, and so he'll be back for that. Matt McKenzie's obviously returned the supporters player of the year. We'll have a strong squad for the friendly next week, I'm looking forward to the friendlies now they're starting. I think the lads are sick of my running, so so they look forward to when the friendlies start, and it starts to feel a bit more real then.
It does. I mean, in a couple of weeks' time, Wickham, back at the Power Day again. That'll be a real big game for the supporters, to come to. Got Brentford B, QPR B within the space of a few days. That's some nice challenging opposition for the team to find their feet against.
Yeah, fantastic. They're real good games. When we played Wickham a couple of years ago in the friendly, it was a very good game. QPR and Brentford games, always good games when we've played against them in the past. So being able to get them 3 clubs in, especially off the pitch as well, what it means to the club in terms of finances, in terms of hopefully get big gates, hopefully all the supporters come down for that, and bring a mate and a few mates, and make a day or a night of it, and be a real good atmosphere at the club, and really looking forward to testing ourselves against them.
As well as changes on the field, you've sort of made a sort of a promotion off the field.
Yeah.
In basically asking Kels to take over as assistant manager.
Yeah.
And I know we had conversations about this, earlier on in the summer, but how much of a difference will that make to the working training and also things in the dressing room?
Yeah, not much, to be honest, because Kels has been doing that anyway, and that's why I asked him if he'd be assistant manager. He's been fantastic last season, absolutely brilliant, more or less assistant manager last season. He's been just working just as hard as anyone over the summer in terms of signings. We've been getting on each other's nerves. I've been getting on his nerves. We keep phoning him, and I'm sure his missus getting on his missus' nerves. Me keep phoning him and things like that, because we want to do well, and we're constantly on the phone, constantly talking to players, just working really hard. So asking Kels to basically step up to assistant manager was asking him to step up and do the job that he was doing anyway. He's been, like I say, been brilliant last season. Really stepped up since Cart's left with me, and it's the right thing to do.
And finally, not long now before the league fixtures get released, of the teams that got promoted, of the teams that didn't, and all the teams that were played last season, it's going to be another strong season, and I'm pretty sure that you'll be expecting the club to at least try and develop from the mid-table position that they got last season.
Yeah. I mean, there's no pressure from the club. The powers that be, we sat down and had a chat, and delighted with last season. But I'm a winner, so I just want to do better anyway. I wasn't happy with the league position last season. I think we should have been a lot higher. So that's why I've gone out and got the players to hopefully make sure that we will be a lot higher in the league table, and that's the aim.
Thanks so much, Chris.